And that is exactly what Imam been doing. So we have everybody paying 400. If we have 10 people, and each of the people that bring in 10 people each, you're going to have about 100 people right there. If all the people that commit to pay 400, that would be like $40,000. $40,000 if we put that down for that place, believe me, inshallah, God willing, we will get it. So we encourage you to really be part of it. If your name is not on anybody's list, it is important that you put your name on the list now. Very, very important. You see, when I came in here, I saw people coming in here, they look happy. I know there's no happiness without action. You can bear with me that there's no happiness without action. And if we have this message, we want to be happy among our Muslim brothers here, we have to act. You can't sit down. Don't leave behind. Don't count yourself out. You have to participate. And the Imam said the last time in one of the Jumu'ah prayer, we have it on YouTube. If you check it out, most of the prayer we do here, we always record and put it on YouTube. And you can go to Imam Ibrahim Kamara on YouTube. Definitely you're going to find it. You said nobody here can say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not favored them anything. He has done a lot for us. You see, we see with our eyes. He gave that to us. We talk with our mouth. He gave that to us. We walk with our feet. He gave that to us. There was a young man one time that said that God was not nice to him. He said he was poor, he had no clothes, he don't even have food to eat. So he complained a lot. So one day he decided to take a walk. While walking down the road, he met this young man who did not have food to walk. He was sitting and people were cut off from down the tower here. Sitting on the grass, happy, playing with kids. That young man turned around, he went back home and then he gave praises to God. He said, I didn't know that I was blessed until I met that man who never had faith, and yet he was happy. So it is not good for you to sit down and pity your condition. It is always better that you get up and act. That can bring happiness in our community. So we encourage all of you to participate fully. Whatever little amount you give, it will go a long way. That you see, we the human beings, we are not human beings on a spiritual journey. We are spiritual beings on a human journey. By that I mean, when God made us, He blew the spirit of life into us. And He made us for nothing but to worship Him. Everything that He made on this earth, He made it only to worship Him. That this journey that we're on earth will one day come to an end. But our journey on earth begin to end the moment we refuse to talk about a little thing that matters. So we have to talk to encourage people to bring them closer to Islam. The religion that we found our parents in, the religion we grew up in, the religion that we have come out to find out that it is the only true religion, and there's no doubt about it. The very people that show other religion, they have their culture, we have our culture. Most of the time, in Arab setting, they have something what they call honor killing. You hardly find that in our culture in Africa. In Michigan, a few days ago, I was reading an article in Michigan. There was a man, an Arab man. He went to the social service. His wife and daughter was there. He himself went to ask for assistance. When he came out, his wife and daughter were about to get in their car to go home. He got in his SUV and came and he drove into them and killed them. He took his car, he got home, took his passport, he went to Mexico and flew to Great Britain. By the time he got to Great Britain, there were FBI or CIA agents there waiting for him. They got him and brought him back to the States. They found out that, his daughter was always on the phone talking to people that he doesn't know. So it's better to get rid of her before she brings disgrace to the family than to keep her alive. That's their culture. When we get together to wed, to marry, we use kola nut. In the Arab setting, we do not have that. Islam does not speak against that, nor does it speak for it. But in our setting, it brings us together. There is a strong meaning to it. Because most of the time when they take the split that corner, and they ask the lady to put it back together, so I can't put it back together. So that means the marriage that we put together right now, you cannot separate it. So it has meaning. So no cultural activities that in any way violate Islam that we have is quite different from those that the Arabs have. That is why it is very important that we get together as Africans to pray in a specific area where the Imam will speak a language that we understand. He will be accessible to all that we can easily talk to. And he will be available to teach our children our values. A few years ago, we went to Gastonia as a masjid. While in Gastonia, we had a meeting with all the other masjids around here. We went there to talk about having a place where a cemetery for the Muslim community. A cemetery is a place where when someone dies, we go and bury them. And you know, in this country, it's very expensive if you do not have your own place. We came up with a conclusion that this masjid was given the responsibility to draft a paperwork where all the masjid will follow in terms of using the cemetery when we have it. Because we wanted people to fill out a form. That form was given that responsibility to fix that form. And we did. And that's a form that is still being used today. If someone passes and then you happen to go to a masjid, if you are from Africa, you go to call the masjid here to ask her, do you know this person? Was this person a Muslim? Those questions we have to answer it honestly. If we do not see you here, we do not know that you are Muslim, how do you expect us to answer that honestly? We will not be able to do that. Is there anybody with Pathfinder? Nissan Pathfinder?
Nissan Chief.
What color is it?
Black?
Black.
Yeah. Black Pathfinder. Who's driving Pathfinder here?
What color is it?
It doesn't matter. You driving Pathfinder?
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to move it, right?
Yeah, move it. Your brother need to go right now. They've been waiting so long.
So you will be asked, they will ask the masjid here whether we know you, whether you are Muslim, before they can take any action. So tell me, if we do not know you, we don't see you, don't identify with the masjid, how will we be able to tell people that we know you are Muslim? It will be forbidden for us to do that. And why you think when they ask an African masjid to answer those questions? Because you know that we are African, we always get together. It's the birds of the same fellow flocks together. So it's very important whether you come here or not, you always good to identify with this masjid. We have had a lot of schemes where we try to get the names and addresses of people, and we still encourage you to do that. Because it is not for us that are here today, but our children. This country is not an Islamic country, but one thing that made this country great is You always think far ahead. You don't really think about the generation that we're in now. They think about generation to come. They prepare for their children, their grandchildren. You can learn from that.